All right, here we go. Welcome into the day after snow and the rough morning event. Welcome into your 15-minute weather. I'm meteorologist John Ziegler. Again, if you guys have any snow totals or anything like that, please send them to my meteorologist John Ziegler Facebook page. And if you ever want any updates, I probably posted a million things last night. I think I took a video at like 10 p.m. because I can't sleep. So if you ever want to just nerd out with weather, you can follow me there. Otherwise, we'll talk about weather. And what are we going to talk about in this? We're going to take a solid 7 minutes of this 15-minute weather, and we're going to talk about what's going on Saturday. So we got a better chance maybe for even more snow Saturday. With that event, it looks like it's actually going to be all snow. Okay, so here are those road conditions here late morning into the early afternoon. This is where we're at. First off, there's still blizzard warnings going on up here. So I want to circle this area first. Again, no travel, or at least if you're going up here, I would not travel in Hayward. So here's the Northwest Metro first. Well, you know what? Since I was talking about it, let's go up here. This spot here, again, in part of our viewing area, not going to be advised. Not going to be advised to do any travel here, even throughout the afternoon. I do not expect roads to really improve in northern Wisconsin. Again, I'm not sure of the totals yet. I know we have well over a foot in parts of the South Shore, but we were even seeing some of these lake effect snow bands getting well into this just north of Rice Lake, actually. And trust me, snowmobile lovers, you're going to love this one. The forecast up here, Hurley, Wisconsin, was for 48 inches of snow. So we'll see how much they end up getting. But no, travel is not going to be advised in northern Wisconsin. Really anything north of Rice Lake, not going to be wanting to travel here for the next couple of hours. Now, when you get down here in the metro, things have actually improved quite a bit. A couple of things. Southwest Metro, we did not get nearly as much snow. Now, my wife, Nicole, she was talking to me earlier at, what was it, 10 a.m.? And at that time, she said the roads were still half the speed. And now that was on Highway 5, I think. So again, very slow go out here, but improving, still icy. Okay, so blue indicates partially covered. That just typically means give yourself a little extra time. Now, because the snow was ongoing throughout the morning a little longer, Stillwater, Baldwin, Hastings, and Ellsworth area roads, especially the side roads, they're going to continue to be slick, maybe a tad longer. Who got the worst of this yesterday? It was up here. Still licking the wounds from yesterday in Alexandria, but great improvements because yesterday we had impassable roads and no travel. We had the purple and the red. That is now gone. The roads have opened up. Things are starting to improve, but still watch out for some slick spots outside. Now, as you look out there, here in Brookview Golf Course, doesn't look like we had a ton, couple of inches, about 2.5 inches here in the metro. Now, the problem with some of the snowpack and the snow totals, you'll see this in a second. The airport came in at 3.1 inches, but it doesn't look like that because there's so much compacting. The wind compacts it, and it's falling on, it's pretty wet snow, so wet snow compacts pretty quickly. So because of those two things, it looks like we got more snow on accumulations than it looks like, okay? Just want to be clear on that. Here's what you need to know for the rest of the day. We are going to continue to have blowing snow, mainly across areas in I would say western Wisconsin is where the snow will be blowing a little bit longer into the afternoon. So traveling on 94, especially Hayward, areas in northwest Wisconsin, Rice Lake, Hayward, going up towards the South Shore. That's going to be the worst spot here. Very icy on those county roads. We know that. It was slick earlier. It's going to continue to be slick for the next couple of hours. The wind is not allowing us to really clear out. And then, yeah, we're going to be talking about Saturday in great detail. Take a look at Brainerd. Did you see the photo of Brainerd? This one from Amy Carlson. Again, this one was sent to me through Facebook. So if you have any photos, send it to me. We'll get them on the show. But you can see, look at this one. Now, this is what I want to wake up to. That's something you want for Christmas time. But White Thanksgiving it is. And Brainerd, if you can get even another inch or two of snow on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, I mean, we're talking about decent snowmobiling setup here because this is some pretty wet and heavy snow, but obviously 8 inches of snow fell. Now, here are the updated totals here. Again, we got some late trailing forecasts, late trailing totals updates coming in because sometimes people are just a little bit late with them, but these are pretty accurate. The winner was Duluth, 10.3 inches. Osakis, 8.6 inches. Moose Lake, 8.3. So again, you can see Osakis is by Alexandria, 9 inches in Alexandria. So 9 inches of pretty wet, heavy snow up there. Moose Lake at 8.3. There's Baxter at 8. Ham Lake at 5.3. So the North Metro came in at 5. The just north of 694 Andover area, Champlin right around 3.4. And then MSP at 3. Southwest Metro 2 when you got down to Eden Prairie. Chanhassen was 2.5 at the actual National Weather Service. They had 2.5. So 2.5 to 5. The forecast came in kind of accurate, to be honest with you. Yesterday we talked about 3 to 5, 6 on the high side. Maybe it was an inch lower, but it looked like less snow to me. It probably looked like less snow to you. I would say it was about an inch less in my brain than actually fell. Because what I'm looking at, I'm like, that's an inch and a half, but it came in at 2.5. Because to technically measure properly, you need to have a measuring board where it snows and you clear it. Snows, you measure, you clear it. Every 6 hours, clear it, clear it. So if you do that, you're going to have higher totals, right? Because what that does is it eliminates compacting, and it gives you a better total. So the airport, 3.1, how about that? Again, the weather headlines, this just expired here at 9 o'clock, but I did want to click on some of these here. Sorry. I left that guy up. Let me click one of these here. Let's click the blizzard warning and give you an update on the blizzard warning. So the blizzard warning here, take a look at this. Let's actually zoom in on this. Sorry, let me clear this out. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to clear out that it's bothering me. Okay. We're going to take out the winter storm warning. There we go. And we're going to take off this arrow. We're just building graphics together. Okay, now we can go back. Okay. And then I can click and it will actually give me live updates on what the blizzard warning is. So let's go zoom in here. Obviously, Wisconsin has more of the impacts for the remainder of the day. But you could see, again, the winter weather advisory. So the winter weather advisory goes until noon. So that's going to be canceled here very shortly. You can see up here the blizzard warning, different story. The actual blizzard warning is until, wait for it, 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. We've got another 18 hours of the blizzard warning. This is an epic snowstorm from Hayward up the UP. This entire area in the red, you should take a look at it. We're talking about 4 feet of snow across the South Shore onto the UP, the Upper Peninsula up there. Absolutely incredible stuff going on. Now, as we show you the wind speeds here today, they're still very strong. These are the wind speeds are an issue. 40-mile-per-hour winds. Look at Brainerd, 47. Just a nasty day. Temperatures in the 20s, winds in the 40s. Very windy day. I got to get moving here so we can get to Saturday. Visibility, still a little bit low. Of course, it's going to be low up here in the blizzard warning, right? 0.5 in Hayward, 10. The metro is improving. That's good. That means the blowing snow is starting to lessen. But we've had blowing snow in Wisconsin, and that's why the advisory will continue for the next hour or so. But the blizzard warning is going to extend out for 18 more hours. So here in the metro, 28, 29 degrees. We're going to have some wind. The winds are going to be gusting at 30 miles per hour throughout the entire day. It's going to be windy. It's going to be cold. Grab your thicker coats. It is going to get down into the low 20s here by 10 o'clock tonight. And with snowpack on the ground, we will be clearing it out quickly. Take a look at what's going on here. So the morning it's been clearing. This is now into the afternoon. Notice still just relentless up here in the UP and the South Shore. We are going to be ending that in the afternoon. What about winds? Well, they're going to stay strong until 8 p.m. And then after 8 p.m. tonight, things will subside. All right, so there goes the low pressure center. Perfect setup here for lake effect snow. Friday, looking at this low pressure center and where it's coming in. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to zoom out. What I like about this setup, let's talk about what I like about Friday. I'm calling it a Saturday snow. A couple things. One, let's rewind this on where it's coming from. So this is coming from the Pacific. So if you come out here, oh, dang it, hold on. Here, we'll do this. Okay, now I can move it. So we're coming out here. I guess the low is actually, this is technically the low, but the low pressure center is going to come with a decent amount of moisture off the Pacific. Okay, it's going to match up with the cold air mass that we have in place right now. Okay, so because of that, that moisture is going to run into the cold air. Why do I like this setup? Because it's all snow. That takes out one of the variables. Again, we talked a lot yesterday about why I thought there was high uncertainty with the setup. There's too many variables because yesterday I said it was going to the snow was going to occur at 7 p.m. Well, it happened at 9. Okay, well I missed that by 2 hours. Well, why does that matter? Well, 2 hours of rain, that's 1.5 inches of snow you just lost. Right? And that's a variable because if I didn't have to play that game, I could just guarantee snow during that time. This event is different. Less variables due to the fact that cold air is in place. One more thing that happens when you have cold air, and I actually said this yesterday. When you have a lot of cold air that blobs out, the area of the snow is larger when you have cold air because there's more lift. There's more lifting mechanism because warm air from the Pacific riding over this cold air we have in place, that's what draws in the larger band of snow. Makes it easier to forecast, okay? What is going to be interesting about this is the low is actually an open wave here. You see how it's open? When it becomes a full circulation, that's when it's really strong and that's when the bands tighten. So the Twin Cities is banking on, try to stay with me here, open wave. That just means it's literally open. Think about it as like a hurricane. Okay, and I could show you what a closed wave is. Actually, let's go back here. Let me show you. This is what I'm talking about, closed. So you see how it's closed right here? That's a closed low, okay? Why do I care? A closed low has tighter bands. It'll be tight. They're more intense. They drop more snow, harder to forecast. Minneapolis is going to be too far away. So if this thing closes off too early, then the Twin Cities is not going to get snow. So watch this. It's an open wave, right? Do you see what I mean when I say open? It's not really closed. It's just kind of, you see how it's just kind of like this, right? It's not a full circulation. Well, that's what that does is that actually allows for this to be extended a little bit more. So this whole band of snow is going, it'll go all the way from the actual low itself in Omaha. It'll stretch all the way up towards Brainerd. What if the low closes off? Because it can, it's possible. I could see that as a scenario. What that would do is it would take the band and it would only go to around here. And you know what that band would do? That band would become twice as strong, but you wouldn't get the snow as far away from the low. And where do I see this happening? Technically, it brings it to the metro, right? Look at the snow in the metro. It's got it snowing, big blob, Saturday morning. But what do you start seeing here? I start seeing the low strengthening, right? The low pressure center starts to strengthen. Hold on. All right, so at this point here, notice what do I see? Yep. So this is now a closed low by Saturday. So that means it's going to be strengthening and then pivot around us. That's a lot going on. So I don't love that. So how could we miss out on this snowstorm? This low could strengthen early. If it does that, we're out. If it doesn't, then we're in. But who's going to see the most snow? Well, at this point, now you got heavy bands of snow. Now you're talking about a lot of snow. So to me, it's this area here. This is where you're going to see the best chance for snow. You got to be around the low. So Madison, Des Moines, areas in southern Wisconsin. We are still in this thing. So the next map will show you what models are doing. So I'm just talking about chances of snow. The dark blue gives you a chance of 6+. Obviously a better chance down here in areas in Iowa, southern Wisconsin. That's what we're looking at. Going up here, the darker or the lighter shade right here is a chance at 3 inches of snow. So right now I think we're kind of in that 3-inch zone. The 6-inch zone is going to stay down to our south. It's pretty far away, but right now look at how many people are getting snow here. Quite a bit of folks. This one draws down cold air. Sunday, Monday, temperatures absolutely crash. So I would say Saturday, prepare for some slick roads. Again, slick travel. I would not travel Iowa or Wisconsin unless you want some headaches. And then by the time we get to Monday, I think I really don't want ice to be on the lakes on Saturday because we don't want snow on the lakes. So I'm hoping that we can keep the lakes open, have it snow, then close the lakes on Monday because everybody who loves ice fishing and loves ice on lakes knows snow early in the year is really bad for it. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, we could be ice fishing by next week.